World leaders are gathered in New York City for the general debate of the 79th UN General Assembly. With global issues to discuss, leaders set out to highlight their country's priorities. Our Eun-jin has the details.
The general debate of the 79th session of this year's annual UN General Assembly opened in its New York headquarters on Tuesday under the theme, Leaving No One Behind, Acting Together for the Advancement of Peace, Sustainable Development, and Human Dignity for Present and Future Generations. The high-level debate session opened with a grim tone, with urgent calls for action amid armed conflict and humanitarian devastation in Palestine, Ukraine, and Sudan, topics which are expected to top the discussion in this session. Calling on world leaders over the need for change, Secretary General António Guterres said, 2024 is the year that half of humanity goes to the polls and all of humanity will be affected. He addressed the conflict in Ukraine as a war spreading with no signs of letting up, with civilians paying the price, and reaffirmed his condemnation of abhorrent acts of terror committed by Hamas, highlighting that more than 200 UN staff have been killed in the conflict in Gaza. With 4 months left in office, U.S. President Joe Biden made his fourth and final speech as U.S. President to the General Assembly on Tuesday. He said that the world is at an inflection point, but that there's always a way forward. Addressing the ongoing global crises, he said the world must not flinch from the horrors of Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel, and warned that the world cannot look away from Russia's invasion of Ukraine. He also said that the bloody civil war in Sudan has unleashed one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Representing regions currently in conflict, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas are both set to speak on Thursday. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be making his address to the body on Wednesday, which follows his speech at a UN Security Council special meeting on Ukraine on Tuesday. Russia will be represented by Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, with President Vladimir Putin absent from the annual meeting since 2015. World leaders will continue to speak until this year's debate concludes on Monday, September 30th, with South Korean Foreign Minister Jo Tae-yeol set to make his speech on Friday. Eun-jin, Arirang News.